Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to a new video. Today we will have a little bit different inquiry. This time I will answer one of the questions that one of you asked, and this question is very interesting. So here is the question. Well, not to say the name, just the question. I'm struggling for years, I've been meditating for years. I observe myself for years, I see all the emotions and negativity, but nothing changes. I can't find peace or joy. I have same old feelings every day, all the time. The same cycle repeat and repeat. Nothing is melting. I can watch it as long as I want. It's not changing anything, and I have enough of that. So this question is very important to answer because it requires a little bit different perspective than that what we used to do. Most of us, when we say observe something, for example, feelings, what we are doing, we are starting to divide ourselves. For example, I am feeling bad about something, and we say, give attention to it, observe this bad feeling. So what do? We divide ourselves to an observer and the observed. Observed are the feelings, and the observer is you as the ego, as the center. So the person in this comment says, nothing changes. I give attention, but nothing changes. And this is because we are not free from the ego or the center or the observer. So it is very important to find out what is the observer. I have a great video about that. I will link it somewhere here so you can go deeply into it. But this time we will say the observer is everything that is collected. So every experience that you ever had, every feeling that you ever had, all the memory collected inside of your head, and also the memory that you had in your genes before you were even born. So all of that combined creates the center. And this center is growing from years to years. And as we said always before, the knowledge is always limited. So the more this center, this ego collect knowledge, it becomes more limited. And why is that? Because when we see something all the time, for example, if you have a beautiful tree in front of your house, the first time you saw it, it was magnificent, beautiful. But the more you do it, the more you watch this tree, the more same becomes, the more known it becomes. So this known becomes an image about tree. I see this tree, I know this tree already. And this image is now preventing you to see the tree as it is. Because of that knowledge, same thing happens in our lives. For example, with our partners that we are living, we are watching them every day and we have built an image about them. And this image prevents you to see them as they truly are. So you do not know your partner anymore. You have an image about them. You think that you know everything about them, but you don't see the subtleties. You don't see the change in them because you assume that they are known. And this happens automatically because this knowledge is always there. So the more you collect all of this knowledge, the more this knowledge prevents you to see that what really is. And you become closed, isolated, because the purpose of the ego is to isolate you from the world. And it is needed in some part because it's giving you protection from the world, because you have to know where the danger is. But in the world that we are living right now, there is no danger, not a physical danger. All becomes known, and because of that also the depression arises. And this depression is also the part of the known. So how to be free from all of this known? Can you even be free from this known? To be free from the known, you have to have a different perspective of watching all of that. And how do you do that? Until now, there was the observer and the observed. So you had a pain, you had a suffering, the feeling inside of you, and you cannot get rid of it. You observe it, you give attention, but it doesn't happen anything. That is because two fragments are watching another, and they are trying to melt another. But what if you put these fragments together? How do you put the observer and the feeling together? You have to slow down everything. So when you see that you are feeling bad, what is happening inside of you? First, there is a thought about it. A thought that you are feeling something, that you are missing something, that you need something, and that you don't have it, or you cannot achieve it. After that comes the feeling. And the feeling is very strong, and you are suffering. So you escape from this suffer. You escape into observer. You escape into ego, the known. And this known says, I don't want to suffer anymore. The moment you say, I don't want to suffer, the moment you started to observe as the observer, the suffering persists. You give the strength to the suffering. But what you have to do is realize you are this observer and also the feeling. The feeling itself, the thought itself, it's all part of you. So what do you do when it is all you? The one who says, I want to escape, I want to end the suffering and the suffering. You are both of them. So you allow completely this pain that you are feeling and you do not escape it. You are now this pain. You cannot get rid of it. You cannot cut it off. You cannot escape from the pain. You can only be the pain. So be the pain. Give complete attention to it. You will see that the pain will grow because you are now allowing it. You are giving complete attention. Do not escape from it into observer. Stay as the pain. Give attention right here, right now, while we are inquiring. Observe what is happening inside you. Can this suffering, can this pain persist? Or is it melting away? Is it withering away? Just stay as it is. Don't escape into a thought. As soon as you go into this doesn't work, you are not doing it anymore. You are not anymore your feeling. You have separated. And then the observer comments. So no commenting. If you are struggle not to comment, say, comment now, I listen to it. Give total attention to it also, to everything. When you are attentive, is there a center from which comes the attention, or there is only attention? Does this attention have a beginning and end? Or there is only attention? Also, is there something that is aware of all of this? The pain, the suffering, the one who wants to be observed, all of that happens and you are somehow aware. Can this awareness, or whatever it is, we will not call it awareness, let's say it, does it have a beginning and end? Or it is always there, seeing all of it in front of it? That is you. That is true you. That is awareness. All of other things are being added to it. Like this body that you grew up. When you were born, it was only a little small child, small body. You were eating, moving, living in this world, and it grew big. So you have collected more of it, and it became strong. Same with awareness. It collected the mind, the body, the memories, the known, and this known has blocked the awareness. So you are now just being as observer and the pain, and you are suffering. But when you are aware all of this, when you see all of this, is there a suffering? And how do you continue living from here? How do you stay as awareness? You have to develop the skill of observation. That means observe as this awareness, as we did right now in this moment. Observe yourself in your life, how you act, what you do. See how you act in relationship with other human beings. Also, see how the known prevents you to do something. Let's say, for example, you are at home and you are bored and you don't have friends. What is preventing you to go outside to find the new friends? This center, this what was collected from before, this known prevents you to go outside and to look, to observe, to be happy. Another example, you are stuck in a job that you don't like and you are feeling depressed because of it. So how do you end this? Well, you have to do what is needed to be done, not what you like or don't like. For example, in this job that you are doing right now, you are afraid of letting it go because it requires for you to learn something new. It requires from you to actually do something. Because you are always doing the known, it is easier for the brain. It is known. And because of that, it is hard to let it go. And how to overcome all of that? There is no thinking. Just stand up and do it. When you develop the skill of observation, you will see when it's needed to be done. You will not need a thought. You will not need to think about it. You actually do it. You see that you are unhappy on this job, so you actually stand up and look for a new job. You develop the new skill. You learn the new skill. And that is discipline. Discipline is not something I discipline myself, but it is actually learning something new. And by doing this, you overcome that feeling of known. Then you are free from the known. Then there is joy. Then there is happiness. Then there is everything melted away because you see what is needed to be done and you do it. As always, test this for yourself. Give attention in your life and see, is this possible? Thank you for inquiring with me, and until next video, infinite love.